Welcome back, everyone. This is Hooks and Hammers, building gear, breaking limits. Today we're diving into some much needed tweaks for our custom motorized kayak build. After our test run, I learned a few things because let's face it, DIY is just a fancy way of saying test it until it works. Stick around to see the fixes and how they'll make this setup even better. First up, the steering bracket. During our test, I noticed some cavitation. That's a fancy word for the propeller splashing uselessly like a toddler in a kiddie pool. So I'm moving the bracket about 2 inches up the shaft of the Minn Kota. This should allow the prop to sit deeper in the water, reduce the splashing, and most importantly, boost our top speed. And who doesn't love to go faster? So all we have to do for this step is we have 4 screws fastening the bracket to the shaft. We're going to loosen those up and, like I said, raise the bracket up 2 inches. A couple of screws, some measuring, and back to business. All right, so the next adjustment is the paracord steering system. I noticed when I was on the water doing my test that I had to stretch my legs out while using my steering control pedals like I was in yoga class. Not exactly ideal for on the water unless I'm trying to downward dog my way to a smallmouth bass. So what I did was took the original knot, which had the pedal going about halfway along the sliding system, and then forcing me to stretch my leg all the way out to the maximum part of the sliding pedal. What I did was I just simply shortened that up. Instead of the knot being halfway down the rail, it was actually more towards the very front of the rail. And this allowed my short legs to actually push on each side further enough that it wasn't too far extending my leg to turn the motor on the back end, but just the perfect distance. Last but not least was this little guy, the speed control steering knob. When I was on the water during my test, it decided to loosen up and stop working mid-run. Not ideal when you're trying to enjoy a smooth ride. I'll be applying some temporary Loctite to the washer and the threaded nut to keep it from pulling any funny business on the water again. It's a quick fix, but an important one because when you're DIYing, even the smallest details can make or break your day. And honestly, it's either fix this or start rowing, and we're not about to go back to that life. And that's it, everyone. Our kayak is officially back in action, and better than ever, really. And I can't wait to test these updates on the water and see what kind of speed gains we've got. With that cavitation on the first test, I know we weren't hitting top speeds that the Minn Kota 45-pound thrust is capable of. So looking forward to testing these updates on the water and giving you some specific GPS testing and speed on our next test video. So if you enjoyed this, guys, hit that like button, subscribe to Hooks and Hammers, and drop a comment below. If you've got questions or ideas for future builds, for anyone in the Harrisburg, PA area, I'm offering custom kayak building. Let me help you get on the water in style. And obviously, and always, until next time, see you on the water, Hook and Hammers.